Zira here, and I'm happy to see ya here. What the? Ooh, yeah, ooh, ooh. There's 25,000 thoughts that just went through my brain, and nothing was communicated through words. So I'm sorry about that. I did a new intro thing, which is Zira here, happy to see ya here. But I'm trying to figure out like a movement to add to it because there's this one YouTuber that I watch. I forgot her like name, but she's like this tall YouTuber, and she does this. What did she do? She just like hello or something, and then just like, I hope you're doing super fierce, and it's so cute. It's so cute. I was like, that's so fun. Like people don't do intros anymore. What's with intros? People usually just cut to the chase. They're like, ba ba boo ba hee hee, and I'm just like, give me a little like, hey, how are you? Like I don't know you. Don't give a fuck. Like who even are you? Like who am I? Like nobody knows. But like, just give me that kind of vibe, that like social kind of like media ritual kind of like vibe where it's like start and end, outro, finish. You know that kind of vibe. But I don't like when it just gets into it. Anyways, let's just get into it. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about Life is Strange, ranking them, and give my own opinions about the games. I'm not going to give like a synopsis of the story. I'm going to just give vibes, and I'm going to give opinions, because the recent one just came out, Life is Strange Reunion, which was highly debated. People were like, should it even come out? This is my like fucking not cliffhanger, what's called, like, people are like, the first 2 seconds of your video should have a hook. This is my hook. People are divisive. Is this even a good game? Should it have even been coming out? Well, we don't know, but we will give opinions tonight. Because it is really tonight. It's getting quite late. I should really like pucker down. But I really want to do it now because tomorrow I'm going on the train. I don't want to be doing this in the morning before the train. As if I have to do this, but I really want to. That's what life's about. Because life is strange. Strange, 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 strange. You're a stranger. I'm a stranger to you. Loki, let's not get parasocial with this. I don't know you. No, it's not parasocial to be kind. Who are you? Anyways, so Life is Strange is a franchise that really defined me as like a young person. Especially, let's just start with the peak and it gets like, there's 6 games, and on top, number one is of course the one and only Life is Strange 1 with Max and Chloe, the OG baddies. Look at this. Oh, I can't really do it. I'm trying to do like the dance that like, what's her name? Max does. Max Caulfield. What made Life is Strange so good for me is it came at the right time. I was about like 13 when it just came out, and as like a queer like young person figuring myself out, it was such a necessary coming of age distraction, but also such a necessary like reflection also of who I was or who I could become, especially as an artsy fartsy person. I sometimes do things and I'm just like, immediately afterwards I can recognize where it came from, like that kind of like internet humor type of thing that's kind of like, it's rusting already. It's like spoiled milk. Like humor is, especially internet humor, is such a spoiled milk. Like it goes in and out, in and out, and I'm just like, hee-hoo, and I'm just like, hee. And then in 5 years people are gonna be like, the fuck he talked about hee-hoo hee-hee, like fuck you fucking cringy ass bitch. To be cringe is to be free, but baby let me stay shuckled. Anyways, Life is Strange 1. What also made it so good is there was a lot of like choice kind of games like World of Walking Dead and World of Wolf Among Us, like things like that, where you kind of have the same vibe of like a storytelling game. But this one would, but it would. Girl, I should have written shit down, bitch. My brain is doing like shada boom shoom shoom shada hoo hoo, like making up like thoughts in a moment, which is really like I'm doing ChatGPT in my brain. When have you done that the last time? No judgy. But so Life is Strange 1 killed my family. Did not. It was just such a good game. Like the atmosphere is just incomparable. It just had that coming, like also the style of it. It used the polygons, the little polygons it had in such a painterly way. Also the lighting was impeccable, and just the moments where you can kind of explore the world, talk to like different characters, and figure out this mystery which is going on. But it was just so well done because of the power. But the power was not like, bitch, I can fly and I can like do a skydive and I'm gonna tell everybody, and they're gonna put on like a cunty little suit and I'm gonna be like in the sky, like, it was like, oh, I'm so scared of this power. Like, oh my god, I'm scared. Oh god, it was that vibe. It was really realistic. It was supernatural, supernatural. By that I mean it was so natural, but it was supernatural. Do you get what I mean? Like, oh, my brain, it amazes me sometimes. Supernatural, but with a space between. Supernatural, no space. Because it was so natural the way like Max was afraid of her powers, and it didn't turn the whole game to like the supernatural game. Like if I think about Life is Strange, I don't think about the first game as like a supernatural like title. It's a coming of age title, very ambient, very emotional, very queer, very artsy, very political and feminist. It just was a dream come true for me at that age. And also the episodic like system that it had was so well done. It just made the game so much better because you get a little taste and then you're like, what's gonna happen now? 2 months later, the next episode drops, and the 2 months between the episodes were so good. All the videos, if you weren't there, but you weren't there, you can't relate, but you can kind of imagine because that's what this is for. Like, imagine a world like that. And it was so good because we were just like, what's going to happen? What might happen? Who's going to do this? What's going to do happen? So you kind of become almost part of the story because you're trying to figure it out, just like everybody else. What's going to happen next? Just like everybody else in the game, like what's going to happen next? Like, especially Max, because she's like the brain of it all. It's like, I have this power and the town is going to die. Aww. But it was just too freaking good. It just set the bar so high. And if I had to summarize everything I kind of just said, what made it so good, it came at the right time for me. So the moment, so now. It was so ambient and beautifully done through the music, through the aesthetics, and just the vibes. Like, honestly, like, bitch, I love saying vibes. It's just like such a cop out. I'm just like, the vibes. And then the episodic system. It was just such a good system, and the supernatural, how they handled it, because it added spice to the story without making it the main part. Sometimes just like, just the main part, like Spider-Man, like that's the main part. Nobody's like, oh, Spider-Man, like the nuanced character. Like, no, he's like, and then we have Life is Strange 1, so that's top of the bar. Then we go to Life is Strange 2 is on number 2 out of 6 from the Life is Strange series. What Life is Strange 2 did is take like the like good parts of Life is Strange 1, like kind of the skeleton of Life is Strange 1, I would say, what made it kind of such a recognizable game. By that I mean like they took like the aesthetics again, they took like the systems, what's it called, like episodic system, and also the political messaging of it and the coming of age aspects, but they remixed it. They didn't do something like expected. It feels still so different than the first game without it feeling like a new world. You know what I mean? It feels like it's the same world, which I think is such a difficult task to do, to depart from an initial like game, an initial artwork, an initial anything, and make something new, but yet still keep this identity. They really had to figure out what the identity is, and I think that's where Dontnod really had it figured out. They were like, this is the identity, and we made it fucking amazing. Also, like Life is Strange 1, Life is Strange 2 are just peak. That's what I hoped for, like the future forever to be like Life is Strange quality. Because in that game, like the relationship between Sean and Daniel as like brothers, and also the change of now the superpower being onto somebody else, which is so interesting because you had to raise this like child and make like, Daniel, like don't throw that rock at that fucking person. That's really bad, Daniel, with your telekinesis. Daniel, don't do that. Or was it Sean? No, Sean is the like 16-year-old. I was also 16-year-old when it like came out, so it was also like perfect. Also with like I think it was around when Donald Trump was first elected. So politically relevant to talk about police brutality, specifically in the US, also just worldwide. It's such a like police brutality is everybody. And just like xenophobia and all of these, like also the humanity of being a person who's like suffering through these like systems, but also because you could, it's just too good. You have to experience it, and also like the queer aspect still within that. It was not one dimensional. It was not like one struggle. It was like the intersectionality of it was so well done. And personally, Life is Strange 1 is above this one because it just was the first one. It set the bar. But both are equally good in my book. But just Life is Strange 1, I have more of like a personal connection with because it was like the first game. And it also was, because it was broadly more about just like teenage shit and coming of age rather than the other game. I could relate at that age more with it, So that's why it has like such a more like personal, like badunk in my heart. And also the characters, because I love women more than I love men. Oh, sorry. So I always like playing girls more. Oh, sorry. I'm a not menemist. That's the other thing. I'm a feminist. Or is anybody like, I'm a menemist? The streets raised me. I lost my leg. Just kidding. I never lost my leg in my life before. I have both. Alhamdulillah. Thank God. I'm really proud of it. Also, my family's Muslim. I grew up Muslim, so I can say that. I'm not like one of those weird people. No, I think it was just like growing up. Side note, growing up, like hearing all of these like Muslim phrases as like something just like part of my life, and then suddenly these like xenophobic like boys using it as slang. It just irked me out so bad. Like in high school, I would hear like people say "mashallah," and I knew this bitch was xenophobic because fucking asked me if my family's terrorists like a week ago. Like, how the fuck are you using mashallah now? That's so a gag. So sometimes it irks me when like but I don't know if everybody like probably no, not everybody relates that experience. This is my heart. Broken, confused, broken, sad, heartfelt, beautiful, but together. We will rise. No, Loki, we will rise. I know what I said, but I really meant it. Like, I feel like we will rise. Oh, it's Easter. Jesus, bros. Bitch. Where is he? I want to get an autograph. Bitch, I'm selling that on Depop. Next, so we have Life is Strange 1, Life is Strange 2. Now we have number 3. Life is gay. No, now we have Life is Strange Before the Storm. So this is the prequel to Life is Strange 1. I don't even know like which one came out first, Life is Strange 2 or Before the Storm. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't really matter. Before the Storm is number 3. It was the first game done by Deck 9. And you can tell, because I feel like Deck 9 just does not have a grasp on really what is this like integral thing about Life is Strange, which makes Life is Strange good and makes it Life is Strange. So they messed it up. I feel like they took a very one-dimensional approach to really what made Life is Strange. They were like, okay, queer, like some drama, there's a big fire or something going on. Fires, bitch, we're gonna get to fire later. And it just was a bit one-dimensional. Also, like the characters of like Chloe and Rachel was really, that's why it's number 3, because I think it's such a good approach to like add depth to Rachel and add more like, you know, like understanding of her character, because before she was just a person on a missings poster. Like we didn't know in Life is Strange 1 really who she is, so it's really nice to get to know her. But it was just a bit of a miss for me in certain ways. I just felt like both of their characters were not developed in a nuanced way. It was a bit too one-dimensional sometimes. Also like the fighting aspect of like not the talk back aspect of Chloe, which was interesting to do because she doesn't have really a power, but I feel like it was a bit gimmicky and not a fun way, and also a bit of a misread of her character because she's such a nuanced character. She has gone through so much, and I don't think at that age, like at the beginning of Before the Storm, she's as like talk backy or something. I don't know. It's just like also their friendship is, because it's 3 days I think that the game takes place in, so it was like so quick, you know. I don't know. It just was a bit of a miss for me. I don't know how I would have written it as a prequel differently. I think the premise of doing it about Rachel was fun, but yeah, just like it was a bit too one-dimensional, but still really interesting to delve into. And I have like the deluxe edition I bought when it came out, and I was like, and yeah, so that's why it's on number 3, and that's where the Deck 9 like kind of comes in, and it goes deck below deck, bitch. Next Life is Strange game on a boat. Chloe, I can't swim. The next game is Reunion, which is their latest release. Shocker. So in Life is Strange 1, Life is Strange 2, Before the Storm, Reunion. I didn't buy it because I don't have the money right now to be spending on games, so I just watched a streamer play it. And I must say it was really nice to see Chloe back. And also I didn't really notice a voice difference. Like at first it was like, but it was really nice to see her again. And just get a few callbacks to the original game. I think it's maybe nostalgia bait really which got me in this one. What I really hate, I'm just going to tell you, after Reunion comes Double Exposure. So there's Reunion, Double Exposure at number 5. So I'm going to kind of combine these two into one because they are kind of connected games at least. What I really dislike is that Deck 9 didn't do the episodic kind of vibe. I also feel like it makes the game more organized for me. It's more fun to have it episodic because it feels like I wouldn't eat a whole cake just by I eat it like cutting it off because they have chapters, but it just doesn't feel. I like the episodic thing, you know. I like it that they sorted it like that, and this didn't do it. And also, all the Deck 9 games besides Border Storm don't do it, which I think is such a fail from Deck 9 to just get rid of that. But anyways, let's get back to Reunion. What I liked about it is seeing, of course, Chloe back and Max and interacting, and I feel like the kind of end to their story is really nice, and it's a nice thing to be able to be like, okay, it's over now, and be happy with it. But I also feel like if you start playing Life is Strange, like the series now, kind of if you play the first game and you know what's going to happen in the next game, maybe you got spoiled by like watching it or something, it just takes kind of the heaviness of the first game out, like the choice. You're like, who gives a fuck, bitch? Let's kill Chloe and the city. They're all gonna come back, so we're gonna fuse these two timelines together, which I think is such a like. The way they did it was a cop out. I feel like there is a way to write it in a better way, but I just felt like it was a cop out, and I'm not gonna tell you how to write it better because baby, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the gumption, I don't have the gal, and I just have original fugglers. You can't relate. Broke ass. Just kidding. I'm broke as well. I'm not. I don't like. You know what? I'm not. Manifesting. Blah. That's my manifesting vibe. Oh my god, why am I whispering? Why am I whispering? Loki, what's going on? I'm scared. Where were we? Reunion. Let's reunite with the topic of the video. So, I hated that there was again, oh, there's gonna be a fire. That's like Deck 9's misunderstanding of the game is there's a big bad thing gonna happen. How are we gonna stop it? You know, like, I don't give a fuck, bitch. Let the school burn down. Okay, there's people that die inside. Okay, that's bad, but just like, oh, that's such a like bad motivation for like the whole plot to revolve around. It's just like, whatever. I like that, I don't know what his name is. The science physicist guy. Let's call him Max. I feel like, no, that's Max Caulfield. Bitch, what the fuck? I don't know what his name is. Otto. I don't know what his name is, but this physics guy that he's studying like Max like things, and it's really interesting. But honestly, I feel like let's just, as you can tell, it's just like I'm trying to get at what is really good, and I think what really just is good is that it's Chloe and Max back. That's really the main part of what really makes it good and what makes it so high in this ranking, because I do like the ending. I think it's a nice ending. But let's get to the next after Reunion, because that'll explain a lot of what I hate about Reunion. So we have Life is Strange 1 at number 1, Life is Strange 2 at number 2, Life is Strange Before the Storm at 3, Reunion at 4, and then at 5 we have Double Exposure, more like Deep Dark Depression, because this game I was so excited when it was announced. I was like, oh, Max is coming big. But then again, it was a complete misunderstanding of what Life is Strange is about, because, oh, it's set at a school, Blackwell Academy for like, from Timu, it's fucking Caldeon, like Vermont, like, girl, I don't care. I'm just a big North Pacific West fan. If you don't know that about me, I'm a huge North Pacific West fan, so it's like, Vermont, ugh, anyways. So yeah, setting it again at a school, okay, whatever. Oh, there's again a storm, and there's a girl that is misunderstood, like Chloe from Timu, like Safi, and I hate that her power is shape shifting. It's such a like overpowered power in my opinion. Like she can, it's just such a game breaking mechanic in my opinion. Like you can trust anybody. Like who the fuck is she? And I personally just watched a summary video of it. I've never like fully played it or like watch a stream of it or anything. I should give it a go, but after watching like clips and reading about like story, I just don't have the time to be suffering through that. I might do it. I might at one point. I probably will at one point. If somebody buys it for me, low-key, I'm not buying it for myself. Oh, what the heck? But yeah, I just think it's a misread of the vibe. They were just like, it felt also so rushed. And also the notebooks in these games, that's a really good point. The notebooks in all of Deck 9's games, besides I don't really know about Before the Storm. I think Before the Storm is still good. But let's say True Colors, Reunion, and Double Exposure, the notebooks that they have, they don't look like notebooks. They look like sketches that somebody did on like a laptop. But when you look at Life is Strange 1 and Life is Strange 2, their notebooks are so personal and it feels so like real enough. Incoming burp. How could you hear it? I put the mic all the way there. Don't complain. Anyways, I'm not editing also, bitch. I'm Sirah Haris. I'm not editing this. But yeah, so it is just like a complete misread. I feel like they tried to skin Life is Strange and get to the skeleton, but they were just like, and they just threw on like more stuff to be like, do something similar, bring it back to school, new power dimensions, which is cool. And like as an idea, it also makes sense kind of for the time travel thing. But again, it's like somebody died. Ugh, let me stop that. It's just like one idea that I had for like a game that sets after Life is Strange and after Before the Storm as a way to like come back to like the characters would be if like there was maybe a time shift thing where it comes together like this moment, and then Max is like, oh my god, let me go back to Arcadia Bay and see what's going on, and then she realizes the timelines merge, and then there's a new mystery that kind of revolving around that. Who knows? Maybe then she goes to Caldeon and meets like the physicist, and it's like, what's going on, ma'am? Like, you know. Or another like idea that I had actually was the same one. Wait, but it was kind of good. But it was kind of bad. I guess this is one of my main idea. I don't have to give ideas. Like, I'm not an employee of Deck 9, and if I was, this game would be much better. Let's be real. Like, I have more gaggy ideas than them. Or maybe they do, and they just are rushed. Shout out to Deck 9. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if it's like the big studios like pressuring people, or if they just like are bad at it. I'm sorry, I'm so mean. But honestly, like, this is my mean year. Like, I'm honestly so afraid sometimes to be mean, but I think I'm not even that mean. Like, or am I mean? Am I a bad person? Am I like, God, Deck 9, I love the game. Number one. Just kidding. It is where it is. And it's not like Double Exposure Greenie are not like, they don't want to make me gouge my eyes out. But I can't say that about the next part of this trilogy. So after Life is Strange 1, Life is Strange 2, Before the Storm became True Colors, which is kind of Life is Strange 3 without calling it Life is Strange 3, which I don't know why they didn't do. It is Life is Strange 3, but it should have just said Life is Strange 3. But I guess maybe it's because it's by Deck 9 and not by Don't Not, like the first two games. They didn't want to say Life is Strange 3. I wish we just get a new Don't Not game. More on that later. But True Colors, Life is Strange 3. They got rid of the episodic. That was the first game without episodes. Big miss. Just makes the whole game feel like a clump, which one big clump. But Life is Strange really needs like the episodic kind of vibe for me. That's what I got used to and what I love, darling. It just needs it, and it makes also the mystery better. And then again, in this game, they tried it, really did, but it just didn't hit. The whole mystery was just so like okay. Like, okay. And the ending, like, I think also the power of reading emotions. It was just, before we had telekinesis, time travel, which are like pretty stereotypical kind of powers for superheroes to have, and giving them like that non-stereotypical twist was really fun. Like, bringing the normal world and normal feelings and coming of age into this like supernatural setting, and still being able to keep the normality of it and make it so relatable while there's still this looming like huge non-normal thing going on, was such a like core Life is Strange thing. And in this game, the like power, it feels so out of thin air. Like, what type of power is reading emotions? And also was inconsistent, because sometimes she could read their thoughts, emotions, and get into like these worlds, but then it just felt inconsistent. Like, it feels, I feel like mind reading would have done better, and it just feels also too grand. All the colors that come out, like shubalahihi, like it's too much. It's too much. Like, keep it a buck, keep it real. It was just too like supernaturally in that sense. And also the other part, like naturality of the like connections to people. I didn't connect to the characters that much. I can't really pinpoint it. I did appreciate that we get to know a town a bit more, but a town felt more like a set rather than a town. And the open world aspect was fun to try, but I just wouldn't do it again, personally. I just don't feel like it's necessary for Life is Strange. Life is Strange is kind of like a series that you watch, and like a series you also have open world. You have like scenes, you have settings, and it's nice to be able, now I'm at school, now I'm at Chloe's house, But there was also open world, and I just didn't vibe with that. And also the plot twist at the end I just didn't like, and also the fact that at the end basically it didn't matter what you chose, which is something you can say about all of the games, but I feel like in this one especially, it just rubbed me just like a wrong way. I just didn't like it. I just really didn't like this game. That's why it's at my bottom, because it was such a huge disappointment. Because also I bought it, and I feel like because of inflation also becoming more grown, like money's becoming more like bitch, I'm saving that shit. And also I value money more. So like spending money on this and just being so disappointed was such a gag. I was like, girl, I spent my money on this. Fuck you. Like honestly, it felt insulting. And I know some people are like, oh no, I like it. I know I like it. No, me like it, but me no. What else could I say about this game? I don't know. The brother, the one that died immediately, was so hard. So hard. And I was so upset that he died immediately. I was like, man, that was my man. My man, he loved me. Well, how did he die? He fall down a cliff when he sell me weed. No. But yeah, so that one's a big disappointment. Still not the worst game, but just like also such a personally, such a misunderstanding of what made the first two games just so good. And so that was the ranking. All of y'all. Life is Strange 1 on number 1. Life is Strange 2 on number 2. Before the Storm at number 3. At 4, Reunion. At 5, Double Exposure. At 6, True Colors. I lost the flow midway. That would have been so good if I had flow. But I didn't. But as you can say, I'm not a big fan of Deck 9. I'm a big fan of Don't Not's work, but Deck 9 is just, yeah, it just is a misunderstanding. It feels kind of the corporate version. I don't know if that makes sense, but kind of like if a corporate like world was given Life is Strange and they were like, make us money because the first two did well, make us more fast. And they were like, ooh, what made the others good? School, fire, death. Like, baby, no. Baby, no. That's what made Life is Strange 2 so good after Life is Strange 1, because it didn't do something stereotypically similar, but still kept that essence. Oh, like that is peak, 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 peak. That's peak. I just forgot the second word, so I keep saying peak. What is? It's not a predecessor movie, but it's like a successor. I don't know what it's called. Follow-up movie, successor. I don't. That's not the word I want to use. I feel it in my bones, but it's a good successor. It's a really good successor. It's like peak what you would want from a successor. Not the same thing, but just as good in the same way, but different. That was the worst sentence known to humankind, but it applies here. And side note, I haven't watched or played Bloom and Rage, but I am currently watching a Let's Player play it. And because I can't buy it right now, I just can't. Like I can't. I'm not gonna pirate. Like no, that's scary. Like, do I? I don't know. Is it like illegal to say? I'm scared of AI. They're gonna scan this video and be like, bite it, bite it, bite it. We all have done it at one point or the other. We all have. Am I part of all? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. Girl, that's why I had a thought and I answered to that thought, and you didn't hear it. I'm not. I'm not even gonna tell you what thought it was. But yeah, so I didn't play Bloom and Rage or know anything about it, but I've heard really good things about it, and it looks so good. So I'm gonna watch it. I think tomorrow in the train, like some Let's Player play it. And yeah, that was kind of Life is Strange summary, my opinions. This is a bit of a long video. And then in the last minute, I'm just gonna say Life is Strange. Real life is strange. A lot of changes. I don't know where I'm heading. I don't know where I'm going. I have a slight plan of what life is gonna be like, but the world is not. The world is not. Circumstances is not. Family is not. You know, it's just like there's so many like pulling factors. So you never know. And that's so beautiful. Like sometimes when bad things happen to me, I'm just like, that's so poetic. Like it's so like I feel like I'm in Life is Strange. Like gagged, you know, it's so like atmospheric. Bitch, I get slapped across the face and I'm like, gag, this is a vibe. Like this is a plot twist. No, but it is really like that. The endless romanticization of the kind of the struggles of daily life kind of makes it more easy. And yeah, so thank you for watching. And do I have another thought? No, I don't. But I do wanna. I miss talking to you. You're gonna hear me much more of me soon. I promise. Oh, I don't promise. I half promise. A prom. Tiffany Pollard, love you. Anyways, thank you for watching. This is Sirah Haris, and I was happy to have you here.